Good evening, this is Juliana Angel, your Dark Mass Diva. How is everybody? Okay, otherworldlies. So, got this question. Dear Angel, why am I in the friend zone? Okay, now this person did not specify what type of friend zone they were in. So I'm just going to run down the different types of friend zones and just, hopefully I will answer the question. So, let's talk about different types of friend zones. Okay, friend zones are there's different scenarios about friend zones. Let's talk about the most common one. Alright, the friends with benefits. See, people do not understand what the deal is with friends with benefits, okay? You guys, just because you're having a physical relationship with somebody doesn't mean you don't realize you're still in the friend zone. Okay? Just because you're sleeping with that person, they're still friend zoning you. Do you realize that? They don't want to be with you. Okay? So, and I mean, I know I'm putting that in a mean way and stuff like that, but they're still friend zoning you. They're saying, I'll be with you physically, but I don't want to be with you. I don't want to have a relationship with you, but I'll mess around with you. Okay? So, and some women will want to have a friends with benefits with a guy and not want to be with him, and he will want to be the boyfriend and she'll just be like, no, I'm cool. So it's not just like guys wanting to do this to women. Some women are like this with guys. So I'm not saying this is just a situation where guys are doing this to women, okay? But that is usually how it goes. But there are some situations where women are doing this to guys too, okay? So it's usually the reverse though, okay? Let's keep it real. So that's a friend zoning situation. If somebody is asking you for a friends with benefits relationship, that's what they want. They don't want to test drive you and see where it goes. Okay, they just want a friends with benefits. Okay, that's all they want. They don't want to see where it goes. They don't want to hope for something else in the future. Okay, they just want somebody that is cool, that they can have a physical relationship with. Like, are you cool with this? Okay, well, you're actually agreeing to go to bed with me, and you're not going to be a nuisance, so we can do this and then you'll leave. Okay, let me talk about what a sex worker is. You're not exactly paying them to have sex with you, you're paying them to leave afterwards. So Friends with Benefits is giving you that for free. Did you know that? Yeah. So basically, this is what a sex worker does. You ring them up and they come to your house, or you go and pick them up, you bring them to your house, and then they're cool and then they leave without giving you a problem. That's what a Friends with Benefits is, but you're not having to pay them. Yeah, that's what that is. So basically, a sex worker is you're paying them to do that. So Friends with Benefits is just doing that for free. Okay, you're friend zoning that person. All right. So that's what a Friends with Benefits is. You're not. If you're Friends with Benefits, you're basically a sex worker who's not getting paid. All right. So if you're asking why you're being friend zoned and that person doesn't want anything else besides a Friends with Benefits relationship with you, it's because you're a sex worker who's not getting paid. That's why. Okay, you're letting them get away with that. They never wanted anything but that with you. All right. I'm not nothing against sex workers or anything, because they're getting paid to do that. All right, that's the way they make their money. You're just letting that person do that for free. Okay, here's the thing. All right. There's these meals that I like to buy. That I used to like to buy for like a $1, right? They're these microwavable meals. They're about this big. They're portion control. They're $1, right? And I go buy them, and you can get, so much of them for like $5. So I'm buying them, and I'm going in there, and prices went up. You know how everything is like 25% more now that the pandemic is there. So I go in the frozen, and I've been buying those things for years, right? And they kept the price the same for like a really long time. So I've been going and getting those things, and they're not like super delicious or anything like that. There's nothing like really special about them, but it's just they're convenient. I go in there, they've stayed the same price for a really long time. They stay under a certain calorie deficit, and I can just put them in the microwave and I can eat them, and they're just really quick, convenient. There's nothing like super spectacular, but they'll do. Okay, well, I've been getting them for a long time. Yeah, they raised the price by 25%. I was like, oh, ouch, do I still want to keep getting them? I'm like, well, they're still the cheapest. I don't like this, the fact that they're 25% more than they used to be, though. I really don't like that, but I still get them. Well, now I'm going in there, and they're trying to do a thing where they're saying, buy this many for this much. So I'm like, wait a minute, I'm doing the math in my head, and they're selling them in a certain way where they're raising the price, and they're trying to put them in a group together and raising the price, and so they think the consumer doesn't notice. And I'm thinking, well, they're raising the price too high, and I may just stop getting them because now they're making them too expensive. It's the same old product, but now they're raising the price, and it's like, well, now that they're more expensive and they require more, they're the same thing. I just don't want to get them anymore. That's the same thing with the friends with benefits. Well, now that I would have to pay more, do I still want the thing? No. That's kind of the way the friends with benefits. Well, now that someone would have to have a real relationship with you, they don't want you anymore. Now that more would be required, they don't want you anymore. Okay, because they were used to getting you for some kind of discount price. They were used to doing the bare minimum and stuff like that. And now that they would have to actually be out of pocket with you, they would actually have to invest and do a real relationship with you. They don't want to. They're used to getting you for cheap. Okay, so now they're getting the very same thing, but they're having to put out more effort. They're not going to do it. They're just not. It doesn't matter if inflation. You're the same exact thing. Okay, you're the same exact thing. They're not going to do it. Okay, they're going to go look for something that they had to pay for all along, and that is somebody who would have better standards, that would never give themselves away for free. All right, that's somebody who would make them chase, somebody who had self-esteem. Okay, somebody who would not give themselves away free sexually to them. Okay, so that is why that person is friend zoning you. They got you for free. They got you for cheap. Okay, maybe they got you like $1 hamburger or whatever at, a fast food restaurant, or gave you a friendship bracelet once, or, gave you some cheap thing here or there, or something like that. But I mean, they just did the bare minimum. I mean, you really just didn't require much. You were just so low maintenance that they had no reason to respect you or value you. They had, they didn't value you at all. You were just kind of like, you were the cheapest, easiest, most low maintenance thing. So now they don't want you now that you require more. Okay. They may as well just go get something. If you're going to be expensive, if you're going to require a lot, they may as well go get something that they saw as more valuable all along. Okay, and then that's the way I feel about that food. Okay, I may as well just if I'm going to be paying all that money, I may as well go get a salad because that's more healthy, right? I may as well just go spring for the salad or the sushi or something like that. That is more healthy for me than those little frozen meals. Okay, and that's the way that person feels about you. Okay, so I think I kind of explained that, and I may have over-explained it, but that's kind of how they feel about you. You're not going to get a promotion from friends with benefits to boyfriend or girlfriend. Probably not. That almost never happens. Unless a person really misses you, you'll have to completely disappear from their life. Don't hang around them anymore. Just create scarcity. Just say, okay, if you don't want to be my boyfriend or girlfriend, I'm just like, no, I'm just going to disappear. Bye. Completely disappear. Just get to the point where you are not in their life anymore. Just be like, I'm not going to be friends with you, period. And because that's the relationship I want with you, and I'm not going to be here at all. Bye. And just disappear. Just be like, I'm going to go find myself a real relationship. Nice knowing you. Peace out. And just go. Just be like, see ya. And they may miss you and be like, wow, I really miss this person's presence in my life. And they may go, months may go by, and they may be like, wow, I really miss so-and-so. And they really were, I guess they were kind of cool. And maybe I should see what they're up to. And, that's the only way to get that person to go looking for you. But to be honest, you really should just start over and find and not be in a relationship like that with somebody again. I would definitely not be in a friends with benefits relationship with someone because they didn't think you were good enough to be in a relationship with in the first place. Okay. Those relationships are relationships you have. You're a placeholder. You're a sexual placeholder. When they're finding somebody because the thing about sex, even mediocre sex is still better than no sex at all. It's kind of like pizza. Even bad pizza is still pizza. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of the way sex is, unless you're having some of the sex that I described in my other videos. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that goes. Okay, friend zoning. Here's let's put the friends with benefits over here. We're done talking about that. Here's some other friend zoning things. You're hanging around this group of people, okay? Has anyone ever suggested that maybe you don't pick up on social cues very well? Are you kind of like that awkward one in the group who just doesn't seem to get the joke? Everyone's laughing at the joke and you're like, oh, that was a good one. That was funny. And you don't get it, but you're kind of just playing along so you don't look like the group dork. Okay, you're not picking up on social cues, or someone's like, stop saying that, or stop making that joke, or that's not funny, stop saying that, or why are you wearing that, or don't do that, and your friends are always telling you to knock it off, or that's enough, or stop it, so you kind of figured out that you're socially awkward, or weird stuff happens where you've kind of figured out that you're a little bit odd, and you kind of got picked on a lot because you know you're weird, and you get it. You know you're a little weird. You know you're a little odd, and other kids picked on you, and other people picked on you, and stuff like that. So you're just kind of like, you're kind of a target sometimes, and that sort of thing. So you had a few cool friends that tried to kind of save you from it, and God bless them and everything like that. But you're a little weird, right? So you're a little off, okay? And some it happens to the best of us, right? Okay, so you don't get it sometimes, okay? Now, you're around somebody and you keep going up and talking to them. They're brushing you off, but you're not taking the hint, okay? I have brushed a lot of people off. I brush people off constantly. They don't want to take the hint, and I get mad. And it just makes them come back for more. And then I get really mad. And they keep coming up. And I don't know what it is. It just seems like the more annoyed I get, the more they want to bother me. Okay, so it just seems like there's more and more socially awkward people. And it seems like there's more of them than there used to be. 10 years ago, 20 years ago. There's just more socially awkward people. All right, it used to be like back when I was in school, there was just a few nerds, okay, and there was just a few people that got made fun of, and it was like, oh, so and so, such a dork, and I would try to be nice about it, but it was just kind of like, okay, at what point do I need to be kind of mean and kind of direct? Like, what point is this going to be where I'm going to have to, really be direct and stuff like that? Because this person's not going to leave me alone. I'm going to have to say something to really kind of embarrass them to make them go away. And, there comes a time in every girl's life where some boy won't leave them alone, or some girl, because there was been a few times where some girl wouldn't leave me alone too, okay, and I had to say something. But now it just seems like there's a whole lot of people that are like that just they won't take the hint when you want them to go away. Okay, there's a lot of socially awkward people that just want to push their agenda, and they just want to be aggressive, and they make you be mean to them. Okay, you're in the friend zone because you won't take the hint, because you don't want to take no for an answer, and you're making people mad. So you're making them get to the point where they won't change their mind about you because you're too busy making them mad. So they, even if for some reason they could change their mind about you, you're not even giving them a reason to, because you're too busy bugging them. They won't stop and think, you know what? Maybe I should give, so and so a chance. Maybe I was too quick to discount so and so. But no, you keep bugging them. You keep going, no, they're an annoying nerd. Nope, they're bugging me. Nope, they're a psycho. Nope. They're an awkward, annoying person who's just bothering me all day, who's annoying me and is just making my day at work just a headache. This person is annoying me, and I'm thinking of going to HR about it. So you're making a nuisance of yourself. So instead of just dropping by and saying, hey, how's it going? And you're like, oh, hey, and everything like that. You're not taking the hint that person really doesn't want you there. And instead going, okay, bye, see you later. You just kind of stand there and like, why won't you talk to me? And you're weird. You would just go, all right, I'll see you later. You won't just go away. And give the person you like a chance to go, oh, wow, I was kind of dismissive, huh? I didn't need to be so mean. You just kind of made it weird. You just kind of like made it awkward. And now every time that person's around you, they just want you to go away, right? So learn to stop being so socially awkward. Try to pick up on social cues. If you're not picking up on social cues, say, hey, I was at so-and-so's desk today and they did this. And if your friends go, you know what, I think she was brushing you off, or I think he kind of doesn't want you around, why don't you listen to them? Okay? Just leave somebody alone. If you get the feeling they don't want you around, you're probably right. Leave them alone. Okay? Just because you're attracted to them doesn't mean they're attracted to you. If you're getting the feeling someone doesn't like you, they don't. Okay? You're annoying them. Okay? That's why you're in the friend zone, because you're making your presence too insistent. Okay? And that person, you're scaring the person off. All right? You're being too persistent. Okay? I don't know if you're watching too many Lifetime movies or what's going on, or that worked back in your grandpa's day with your grandma. Those were different times, okay? Nowadays, that's called sexual harassment. Somebody can, file a lawsuit against you for acting like that. And that's scary, and it's awkward, and nobody likes that. And nobody likes to be stared at. It's really creepy. and someone thinks you're like a serial killer if you do stuff like that. So just like, don't do it, okay? You keep asking somebody out and they keep saying no. Let it go. If they keep saying no, ask them out a couple times. If they keep breaking the date with you and stuff like that, it means they really don't want to go. If someone friend zones you like that, leave it be. Alright? If you have a friend and you're attracted to them and they're not attracted to you, okay, ask them if they have any single friends. They might have cute friends. Okay, give up on that girl or that guy and see if they have any friends. Alright, ask them if they have friends, because it's like, you need to take the pressure off of them. Okay, so they know you're looking, but it takes the pressure off of them, and they're like, well, maybe I know somebody nice, to go out with you. It takes the pressure off of them, and they stop worrying about you. They go, well, maybe I do know someone, pretty nice who will go out with so-and-so. And they might not know someone who will go out with you. They might know somebody who's compatible with you. They might say, okay, what's your sign? What do you like to do? Blah, 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 blah. And just like ask you some questions about yourself. And that'll open you guys up to conversation. Okay, so they can find you someone to go out with. All right, but you need to ask. Okay, so they know that you're looking. It's not necessarily for them. Okay, try to do that. Friend zone. You like somebody who's out of your league. Alright. If the woman is really, 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 really pretty, okay, if you're not the best thing to look at, do you make a lot of money? You need to. Alright. Women need providers. If the woman is really pretty, bro, you need to be a provider. Okay. Men need to be providers anyway, whether you guys like to hear that or not. You need to be. But if the woman's really pretty, she expects you to be a provider because she needs your protection. Okay? Pure and simple. So, prettier women are higher maintenance and need providers. Okay? So, and the more money a guy has, the less insecure he is. So, the prettier women belong with those guys. Real talk. Okay? Guys that don't make a lot of money are usually really paranoid when they have beautiful women. That's the truth. So, if you are a guy that doesn't make a lot of money and you're not very cute, the beautiful woman just might consider you a bad risk. That might be why she's putting you in the friend zone. It's not like you're like not a nice person or something like that, but if she doesn't really think that your life's going anywhere, she's not going to be a good asset to you. The two of you are going to be a liability to each other. I'm just projecting for the future. It's really a bad match. Okay. Let's see what else. Friend zone. The two of you have different backgrounds, socioeconomic backgrounds. Okay, people from different backgrounds have different attitudes about things. Okay, some people are more possessive of each other. Some people have placed different priorities over property. I'm talking about buying a home. I'm talking about renting. I'm talking about where to live. I'm talking about what to eat. I'm talking about raising children. People just have a different attitude about everything. So someone may friend zone you because they can tell that you just have a different belief system, and they don't believe in your belief system. All right, and they can tell by the way you talk about things that they just don't go along with what you go along with, and they don't want to be with someone they clash with. Okay. Now they may friend zone you because say like they are a masculine person and you are also a masculine person, or they are a feminine person and you are also a feminine person. Somebody wants to have polarity, okay? So if you're a feminine woman, you don't want to be with a super feminine guy, because that's like two women being together. Or a masculine man doesn't want to be with a masculine woman. Why would he want to be with a masculine woman? And, you know, that doesn't make any sense. Masculine men don't want to be with masculine women. And feminine women don't want to be with feminine men. It's just, you know, people want to be with whatever their opposite is. If it's a feminine man, he's going to want to be with a masculine woman, though. So you need to find somebody who is an opposite, okay? You want to establish polarity, all right? A person who's friend zoning you might not know that person's gay, and they might, and it's because they're in the closet, and that's their business if they want to be in the closet. Not everybody has to be out of the closet if they don't want to. That's they have their reasons. Maybe they don't want to be discriminated against. Maybe their parents don't know yet. Okay, you know, where I live, people are out of the closet because it's more of a gay community. But not everybody has that luxury of being out of the closet. Maybe where you live, people stay in the closet, okay? So maybe this person is friend zoning you and they're not ready to be out of the closet about their gayness, and that's, you need to respect that. So maybe they just keep turning you down, and they just don't want people to know they're gay. They just, because maybe they're tired of people trying to fix them up with other gay people, or they're just over it. You know what I mean? They don't want to be they don't want to hate crime, because hate crimes and stuff, that is real. That is a real threat. Okay, and maybe they were just tormented, and they're traumatized and everything like that about things that happened when they were growing up. Maybe they're carrying around a lot of religious guilt about their sexuality. Maybe they're having a hard time coming to terms with it, so they're just not open about it, okay? And maybe really it's just none of your business. So that could be it. They're friend zoning you because you don't know what their real sexuality is. They might, if you're friends with them, they might open up and go, hey, you know what, I never did tell you this, but I'm actually gay. Don't go, oh, is that why you don't like me? No, just be like, I'm really glad you told me that. Thank you for telling me that, and then, just don't try to like persuade them to be straight and like you. Just be cool. Just be a cool friend to them, because they probably really need it. Okay, so that might be a reason they're friend zoning you. Okay, other reasons, you're just not that person's type. Another reason, you might remind them of their ex, and they don't want to go through that again. You might remind them of one of their siblings. Do you guys look a lot alike? Maybe they don't want to go out with someone who looks like someone from their family. Or maybe you look like them. They don't want to go out with someone who looks like them. A lot of people don't like people who look like them. I know, you're like, well, no, seriously. Most people are attracted to people who don't look like them. Most of us are attracted by, because we like, what? Polarity, right? We're attracted to people who don't look like us. And it's because we have that genetic drive to mix different types of genes. So our offspring comes out healthier. So we don't have that inbreeding thing going on. So we want different types of genes, okay? So a lot of people are not attracted to sames. Okay, we want genetic variety. So you may not be attracted to that person because they look like you, but you may just be attracted to that person even though they look like you. They're not attracted to you though. Okay, do not take it personally. You may just you may remind them of someone who's mean to them, who was mean to them in the past. Just like sometimes people don't like you because you just remind them of someone, and it's not your fault. Friend zoning, I don't know, they like somebody else. And sometimes when you have it bad, when you have a crush on somebody else, you can't like anybody else but that person, because you're just like so hung up on somebody that you like. Because you just like, it's hard to like anybody else when you're so hung up on somebody, okay? Like, especially, okay, like, say like you just broke up with someone and you're so heartbroken over that person, right? It's really hard to see past that. So maybe they just can't like you yet. Okay? Just back off. Okay, so those are some of the reasons you might be friend zoned. So I totally hope that was helpful, okay? Alright, otherworldlies. This is Juliana Angel, your Dark Mass Diva. You guys have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.